19 Filipino artists are coming together in an art exhibit that hopes to spark conversations on environmental conservation. Titled Agos, the exhibit aims to highlight the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of preserving our natural resources. Agos will open today and will last until Sunday, April 30th. And joining us now live in the studio are Carlo, Pineda, and Ayni, Nuyda. Carlo is the owner of Art House, which is the organizer of the exhibit, in collaboration with Mindscape Foundation, headed by Ayni. Good morning to you both, and thank you for joining us here in the studio.
Pleasure. Good morning.
This is quite an exciting exhibit and quite broad in terms of the people involved. 19 artists,
Yes.
no small feat to curate and gather works from 19 of them and come up with quite a cohesive exhibit that really sort of services the theme.
Yes. The way it got together was the show is all about materiality.
Yeah.
And one of the featured artists is an artist called Alger, which was able to create paint pigment from recycled chinelas.
Wow.
So that's the whole concept, and that's how this partnership started.
Okay.
So what he does is he actually grinds the chinelas and then creates pigment around it. And given that it's all recycled material, he has to figure out how he puts all the pieces of recycled material together in order to make his art piece. So I think that's the work of art there.
That's quite an interesting process that
Yes.
you're describing there. The title Agos, you know, the ebb and the flow of things.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Well, I guess because we're shooting off from an inspired notion of the chinelas pigment, I think it's just fitting to revolve around materiality.
Right.
And for the artists to explore other mediums, because I feel like it adds an impact to the message that it communicates through their art. And at the same time, you know, from materiality, it sprouts to transformation, to interconnectedness, to flow.
Right.
Which directly translates to Agos in
Agos.
Tagalog.
Right.
And I feel like each participating artist really imbibes how they express and interpret this theme. So it might be their connection with materiality, how they transform materials, how they connect with thoughts and whatnot. So it's just a very great culmination of art pieces.
Great. Well, as an overarching sort of
Right.
connection, also it's also Earth Month, so it's quite
Exactly.
fitting.
Correct,
It really is
correct.
quite
And we didn't
apropos.
even,
Yeah,
you know,
we
we
didn't-
didn't
So it's all come together. What kind of art forms are we looking at here? There are paintings, as I understand it, primarily paintings, but also quite a bit of sculpture.
Yes.
Right.
So there's mixed media paintings, there's sculptures, and there's even art pieces that are not the usual sculptures.
Okay.
I guess coming out from the pandemic, these artists are inspired by the whole concept about giving back to Mother Earth.
Right.
So this is the whole concept around Agos.
Okay, and then quite a broad spectrum of styles, artistic styles as well. I don't know if you can name the 19 artists off the top of your head. There's quite a few of them. We've had the pleasure of having Sean Go on here, and I believe he's one of the participating artists here, and has also sort of brought his take on pop art and his form of art, and also incorporated the theme of chinelas, I believe, in one of his works that is going to be exhibited.
Right. With Sean Go's work, I personally really enjoy how he expresses his inner child through his works, and he did incorporate chinelas pigment in his pieces as a support to the concept of being resourceful and, you know, to help other artists as well. Together with that, we also have Bianca Natola, who incorporated the pigments in her works as well. And we also have Aaron,
Yes.
Verata Mempin, and also Martin Honasan.
Right.
So these artists were very
Welcoming.
lucky and welcoming that, you know, with such a short span of time that
Right.
they incorporated the pigment as well in their art form.
Okay, those are just a few of the many of the 19.
Yes,
yes. Okay, Ayni, this exhibit is we're calling it somewhat of a two-way street. The artist's works inspire other people, and you hope to inspire and help them as well by granting them a helpful donation. I'm talking about a partnership that you have. Would you like
Search
to
Mindscape Foundation. Yes, so Search Mindscape Foundation was established in 2019 to serve as a platform really to foster collaboration and dialogue in the Philippine contemporary art scene. And at the same time, it also pays tribute to extend the legacy of my late father's efforts also.
He may have been called tiny, but it was a very large, contribution to the art scene, of course.
Definitely.
Yes, I agree. So, and in the past, he's been extending his support to young artists in the industry, and we wish to continue that.
That's awesome. Fantastic stuff. The exhibit itself, I mean, what kind of a space are we talking about here? Is this the usual exhibit space that we see at the power plant?
So we got the North Court, which is near Mango.
Right.
It's the biggest space and the most prime space they have.
Absolutely.
And I think
it's hard to miss when you come in.
yes. And we're hoping to really create an impact for both markets, the artist market and the investor market.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, can people come in and if something speaks to them, can they write a check right there and then? Are we exhibiting works that are for sale?
Yes, definitely. So we have, like what Ayni said earlier, we have around 45 pieces from 19 artists.
Right.
So, and a wide spectrum of different types of art. No? And definitely, our team is there. The art house team will be there to assist everyone during the 4-day show.
Right.
And whoever wants to buy can issue out a check or use their credit card.
Okay, I've never purchased straight out of a show. Do you take it home right there and then? Do you wait until the end of the show? Because the show does run through the weekend all the way till Sunday. Should I show up with a large pickup in case there's something particularly large?
So usually what we do is they can purchase, but at the end of the show, because we would like to make sure that everyone can appreciate it for all the 4 days. We schedule the deliveries and all that after the show.
All right, I'll make space on my wall. Fantastic stuff. Don't miss the opportunity, of course, to visit this exhibit. Please invite everyone.
Yeah.
Ayni?
Okay, so please come to Agos. It's showing from April 27 to April 30. And we have a great roster of artists with strong pieces that basically reflects how humans thrive in an ever so evolving environment.
There you go. I'm very intrigued. I'm going to be dropping by myself. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. That was Carlo and Ayni joining us here on New Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.